All right, everyone, welcome to my stream. Richard, my man, is already in the comments. What it do, bro? What it do? Long time no see, bro. It seems like it's been a lifetime since I seen you last. 10 minutes. Seems like it's been just forever since I seen your face. 10 minutes. But anyway, you know, it's great to see you. I know you probably came by here just to see what was going on, you know, seeing if, you know, what new hairstyle I'd come up with. You know, I understand, you know, there's a little competition between myself and Rachel and these luxurious locks. And people ask that question all the time. Rome, what is it you do to your hair? Your hair looks amazing. You know, you just got to work at it. You got to work at it. But anyway. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, for those of you who don't know what's going on, guys, my name is Rome Wilkers, and I'm a photographer down here in the city of Houston in the hot state of Texas. I am also a live streamer here on Amazon, and I am here, guys, to help you with your purchases, to talk about tech with you, do demonstrations of products that I have here in my studio. Many of the things you're going to find down in my carousel below this video, maybe off to the side, I do have right here at hand. I can pick it up and show it to you and demonstrate it to you. You know how we do these things. Now, if you're new to this whole Amazon live streaming thing, welcome. Come on in, take your shoes off. You know how we do it. Don't forget to hit that follow button and make sure you unmute. Now, I think telling somebody to unmute when they're muted almost sounds ridiculous, right? Because you're telling someone to unmute that can't hear you. Yep. So we got some stuff going on. I just turned one of the Yoloboxes on, and there's an update. Yep, there's an update right now for the new Yolobox. Some of the new features, we're going to get to it, but I'm going to show you guys here real quick. As you can see here, what's new with software version 2.0? Let's take a look. We now have video instant replay, capture video highlights, and enhance your video production. YoloCast web URLs overlay application is now built into the Yolobox Pro. What? And look at, let's keep going. You can now duplicate, move, bring forward, front, send to back, graphic overlays, audio controls for monitoring your stream made separate. What? Supports output 60 frames a second if you're using a live view solo. Fixed green bars on SD card videos. That was an issue. Also, 40% off of the Chromecast if you guys are interested in that. So that is a feature that YOLO Live also has. So check this out. We're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to this a little bit later. But I did want you to see, guys, there's an update. There's an update tonight for the Yolobox Live. These batteries will also output AC and DC power. Right now, I currently have what is connected to it now? Oh, I just realized I don't have anything connected to it. Nope, my camera's still connected to it, but I did disconnect the Yolobox because originally, most of the time I have the Yoloboxes plugged into it. And actually, I see that I actually need to plug one of the Yoloboxes in because it is running low on power. Let me show you. So this Yolobox here is down to like 31% power. This one here is still at 100, but I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. Just like that, okay? So now instantly that has started to charge. As you guys can see there, it just started to charge. And it was at 30% right now. So we're gonna check back on this near the end of the stream just to see how far we've come charging this Yolobox off of the Home Power 1. So when I tell you guys, and I tell you often, I actually use this gear, okay? I use this gear. Amazon customer, thank you for the follow. I use this gear, guys, on a daily basis. So it's not just something that some brand sent me and I just pop it up here on my desk and I talk about it for 5 seconds and move on to the next thing. Guys, these are things I actually use. So back to the battery. All right, Jennifer Lou, go get that. Go get them prizes. Come back and tell us what you won, you know, because inquiring minds want to know. All right, guys, so let's go back over here. All right, so here on my desk, let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. So I have both of the Yoloboxes here on my desk. You know, I talk about these things all the time. The Yolobox Mini, the Yolobox Pro. There's some new firmware that just came out for the Yolobox Pro, which we're going to do an update here in a few minutes. Chris, my man Chris, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, so check this out, guys. So both of the Yoloboxes are here. We have the Yolobox Mini, the Yolobox Pro. You know, we've already talked about the new Yolobox, which is the in-stream. I should have one of those in the studio very soon. We'll be talking about that and demonstrating that as well. But what we're going to do right now is take a look at the new firmware update for this device, okay? So here we go. So on Yolobox Pro version 2.0.0, so here's some of the new features that are now available on a firmware update. And that's what I'm talking about. They're always updating this product, okay? So now we have video instant playback, capture video highlights, and enhance your live productions. The YoloCast web URL overlay application is now built into the device. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to see what that looks like. Now you can excuse me. Now you can duplicate, move, bring forward, and send back your graphics. That's kind of cool. Let's see what else we got here. Now we have audio controls for monitoring and streaming made separate. Really? Okay, that's interesting. We also support output 60 frames a second if you're using something like the Live View Solo. That is a Wi-Fi device that allows you to stream from that, so that's pretty cool as well. They also fixed the green bar from SD card videos. So sometimes when you have SD videos on an SD card, you'll see a green bar at the very bottom of it. That a lot of that just has to do with resolution. So that's something that they addressed and fixed as well. And then they're offering 40% off for anyone who wants to sign up for YoloCast, and then some information about that. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and hit this install button. Now, when I do this, this is probably going to switch away because it's going to start installing, and I'm not going to be able to show you the screen anymore. At least I don't think I will, but we'll see. So it's doing its update right now. Oh, that's interesting. You know, it's still showing you the screen, but I think when it gets to the point where it's actually ready to install the firmware, it's going to shut down because it usually goes through a reboot cycle. But you guys can see it is updating relatively fast. This thing takes almost no time to update. Jeffy, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, guys. Yes, Rachel, I forgot to bring some water upstairs. But anyway, so as you see, our Yolobox is currently updating. I'm just going to switch back over to this angle so you guys can see what's going on. So it is doing the update right now. And I'm pretty sure if this one is updating now, there's probably going to be a future update pretty soon for the Yolobox Mini because the firmware on both of these are almost identical. Now let's just talk about the Yolobox Mini for a while this loads. So the Yolobox Mini, guys, you can connect up to 2 cameras to this. You can have an HDMI camera, 1 USB camera. You have HDMI out. Of course, you also have your Ethernet. You can plug in your line level and your mic level audio. You have an input for for headphones as well. And you guys already saw that I plugged this into the Home Power 1 to charge it. Underneath it, I'll show you guys underneath here, you can plug in an SD card and a SIM card. So you have 3 options for going live with these little tablets. You can use either Wi-Fi, you can use Ethernet, or you can use a SIM card, okay? So right now we are at, for those who are still here, remember what we started at, we're at 48% on the battery for this device. Right now being charged off of the Home Power 1. So the Home Power 1 is fast charging this right now. Okay, so the firmware is now updating here on the Yolobox Pro. Now, to take a look at the difference between the 2 devices, even while this is updating, I'm going to pull this forward a little bit. So on the Yolobox Pro, guys, we can connect 3 HDMI cameras, 1 USB camera. We have our Ethernet. We have our HDMI out. That's how you guys are able to see it when I switch over to my switcher. We have USB-C out as well. That means I can connect this to another device, including a computer, and use this solely as like a control station. Of course, we have our audio inputs and our headphone connection as well. And then underneath is where you would plug in your SD card and your SIM card. Now this cage that you see here this does not come with the Yolobox. This is actually from a company called YC Onion. YC Onion sent me this cage. Now they make a cage for the Yolobox Pro, and they also make one for the original Yolobox. And I know that there's one in the works right now for the Yolobox Mini, so I'm excited about that. So the next device that we want to take a look at really quick, and I was thinking about this for a lot of my friends that are doing a lot of stuff on TikTok and on Instagram. You can't stream with one of these devices or even your computer to Instagram or to TikTok legally, the way you're supposed to do it. Because if they catch you doing it the way you're not supposed to do it, they can take your account away from you, okay? So YOLO Live came out with one of the first little tablets that allow you to connect multiple cameras to it and be able to stream to TikTok and be able to stream to Instagram, okay? So it's basically the same as this Yolobox, this little mini here, but a little bit larger. But it only is going to broadcast in this portrait orientation, okay? And the only two destinations so far with that device is going to be to, excuse me, to TikTok or to Instagram. All right, let me show you. So simple enough. The Yolobox Mini and the Yolobox Pro both broadcast in 16 by 9. The Yolobox InStream broadcast at 9 by 16. So this is 16 by 9 as you see these tablets. Just like what you're looking at here on Amazon, that's 16 by 9, okay? But 9 by 16 is normally what you see video-wise on TikTok and on Instagram, and that's how the new device broadcasts. So the Yolobox Mini is $699. The Yolobox InStream is $1299, and the Yolobox Pro is $1298. So you have options. You have a lot of options when it comes to these devices and just deciding, you know, which one is going to be the best one for your solution. Now, if I was streaming, as I do, if it was just one camera or two cameras, then I would be looking at something like the Yolobox Mini because it has all of the same feature sets and functions as the Yolobox Pro. But because I use my gear pretty much on a professional basis, and I was already mentioning that some of my clients are very interested in streaming, then the Yolobox Pro is going to be more likely the device that I would use because I can connect 3 HDMI cameras. That's my Pro mirrorless cameras. I can connect to this and a webcam if I choose to, or I could use this USB input for my Rodecaster. So like if I wanted to bring in audio from the Rodecaster Pro here, I could actually use that USB input here and just connect the Rodecaster Pro to this and then have my audio coming into the device. So yeah, it's pretty cool the way they're set up, you know, as to how you can connect multiple things to them and get, you know, a lot of functionality out of these devices. I can't remember if I have to restart this, if this restarts on its own. Let's give it a second and see what it does. But anyway, guys, like I was saying, regardless of which of these you go with, you're going to be really happy with these devices. I am very excited about the fact that the InStream is available and now on the market. I think that's going to be a very good unit. Let me go ahead and just power this on and just see, because I think maybe I had to turn it back on from before. I couldn't remember, but we'll give it a second to start up. All right, so let's switch back over here for a second. I'm going to show you guys where we're at right now in the update. So you guys can see the Yolobox is back on, and I'm just going to tap here so that this goes away. All right, so now it should search for the web on its own, but if it doesn't for some reason, all you have to do is just swipe down and then it will find your internet. So I'm going to look here real quick just to see what these new features are. So let's go in here and see if we can figure out some of these. Let's go under add video sources and see if I see anything new there. No, everything looks the same. Okay, so I'm going to go to my overlays and see if there's anything new there. No, that looks the same. Okay, so here is how we would bring in our guest. You know, just tap here. That looks the same. I mentioned to you guys before that you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time. So you can go live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Amazon, LinkedIn, all of those. You can choose 3 different places to go live. And then the service that I mentioned before that is 40% off is the YoloCast service. And you can enable that also from the device, you know, as a feature. And of course, when it comes to your audio, you do have your audio mixer. You can drop a scoreboard if you're doing some kind of sports and you want to have a live scoreboard on the screen. You can have that right here, and you can, of course, make it larger. You can make it smaller. You can move this thing around. You can do pretty much whatever you want to with the scoreboard, which is super cool. And you can even go in and customize it. You can change the color. You can add real-time scores during the game. So all of these things are built into the device, guys. So the next thing is going to be your comments. Your comments would show up here on this little panel here. So if somebody was commenting on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, it would show up here. You could just tap on it and then it would show up on the screen. Very similar to the way you guys type things here on my comments. But I have mine set to auto, where it just comes up, but I'm not using a Yolobox for that. You can also set up video switching, and that's where it'll switch between different video sources. So depending on how many different things you have in cameras and everything connected to it, you can set that up to switch. You can determine if you want it to be sequential or random. That's going to work really well. You can also choose a main video source. So that means while it's switching, it's going to default back to that main source more often. So you have that option as well. All right, let's see if there's anything else. So then the next thing that I see here is just our normal setup. So I don't see anything related to, unless somehow I'm missing it. Okay, here's your replay settings, okay? So here you can go in and determine your replay settings, how long, video speed for playback. You can mute the audio if you choose to, so you guys can see that. And you can show your replay overlays on the program. Okay, so if you recorded something or you hit something to replay, then you'd be able to actually show that on the stream. So that is super cool. That is super cool, especially for my people out there that are doing sporting events and things where you want to capture something really fast and be able to instantly play it back. Yeah, that is amazing, guys. I'm going to test that out. So probably tomorrow or the next day, we'll be doing a live demo of this just to see exactly how it works. But anyway, that's where we are right now with the setup on the Yolobox. All right, so let's move on, guys. Let's keep rolling. So next thing